All right, folks. Welcome to Game Theory on Tuesday nights at Firefly. We got Gil and
Gene.
here in the booth today. Looks like the stream started a little bit early. Give you guys some behind the scenes of the shenanigans that happen before a tournament starts.
There's a lot.
Before a final table.
There's a lot going on, but go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say one thing that if you haven't been out with us, one thing the players are doing now is the tables are set up so they can automatically read chip stacks. Just helps us double check to the accuracy as chips get moved about during play during the night.
Right.
So normally right before final table, and I think we do it at each of the breaks.
Each of the breaks, and whenever it's just necessarily needed too. Exactly. Because it's always good to know what the other player's chip stacks is, so you know what you're going against. So that's what this technology is really good for.
I would say pretty even. Rich has got about a 20K lead on second.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him Hanan, maybe Hannon. I don't think I've ever played with him.
This is his first night here. I was sitting next to him. This is his first night here, so
he took me out, got me to not hit 15 outs.
Yeah. He's finding a button right now. Eric's going to be our first dealer tonight, it looks like.
All right. Seat 1 is our first winner. Let's see. I don't think 400, 800 is right. There we go. Eric's changed the blind one for us.
Yep. Bump it up. Yeah, so it looks like it's at 2 and 4. It's about a little more than 9 minutes left of this blind level, and we got a couple sets to see that probably need to make a move soon. But other than that,
yeah, I mean we're looking at.
I like this. It's still kind of close.
Half the field is under 10 bigs, and half the field is over 10 bigs.
Yep. So and it could change in a heartbeat. You know how these final tables go.
Oh yeah. So, but I expect to see probably some chips moving early for some of our lower stacks.
Right. I should like this. But I don't see him doing too much with that under the gun. Nope.
Jake is wild and unpredictable sometimes, but not that wild and unpredictable.
Yep. See how he places queen 10 here. Sometimes he's just going to limp in. Mason, he's another one that he could switch it up a little bit too. Mason did.
It's interesting in the cutoff with it. He's got a min raise.
Yeah.
Played a while with Garrett. Interesting fella.
I started with at his table. He kind of took a bad beat early and was kind of a little pissy. I mean, I would say just kind of a little upset about it. Kind of looked, but looks like he came back pretty well in this tournament. Made fun of the table, so that's good to see. It's always good to see. So.
All right.
Patrick is going to make a call here. Looks like we've got three-way action.
I'll say all three of these hands coordinate together pretty well. I think there's some pretty fun flops we can have.
I agree.
I'm
pretty sure. See some fireworks. I'm going to see fireworks.
Both players with top pair and Pat with a open.
They all check though. Look at this. They all check.
Interesting.
He's going to bet out here, but he's going to find out pretty soon. He's not going to be ahead. I don't think this is going to get full.
No, what's interesting here is I don't know if Mason's buying that he has an ace.
Yeah, exactly.
This one's tough for Pat. I think Pat wishes he had a bunch more chips because what was our bet there?
8,000. Just another 8,000.
8,000. So
what he does go all in with this.
I like this play. I just didn't know if he had enough chips for it to work.
Yeah.
Based on their holdings, I think they're supposed to go away.
Yeah.
Depends on, like I said, neither one of these two guys I have any experience with, so I don't know how sticky they can get.
I played a little bit with Mason a little bit, but again, I don't know how they're gonna play third pair in a straight draw. Yeah. That's all they got. They got third pair and a straight draw. So
all I know earlier is when I lost with the 15 outs, Hanan, he had re-raised with pocket fours pre-flop, so he may not let go of this hand.
Right.
Even though it's interesting, he's not beating much.
Exactly. And plus, he still has a player behind him. You don't know what he's going to do either. He could have. He's going to let it go.
I do like that fold.
Me too. And yeah, he's going to put him to the test here. I mean, Mason's got to call almost all his staff here. I mean, he has 20K left in his set. Oh, what a nice play by Patrick here.
Nice play.
Oh man,
and to give credit,
that's just good poker.
And to give credit, I think everybody played their hand pretty well.
I thought so too, but that was well done.
I'm pretty sure Pat was going to go for the same play on the flop.
Yeah.
It's got to be a little deflating when in your mind you probably have a big check raise set up with a big draw, and then it checks through.
And then it checks through. Then you get it. He's still doing it, and he got it to work.
And then it's surprising that it checked through both the guys behind him, both had flop top pair. The fact that it made it through. Second pair, you're right.
But they
No, you're right. Second pair, but especially
had a better kick in the back.
But especially Mason not following through.
Exactly. A C-bet by Mason that may have played a little differently, but I still think Patrick was going to go.
No, like I said, I think Pat had it already set up in his mind what he was going to do.
Yep,
like
exactly.
I said, you could feel his heart sink when everybody checked.
Yeah,
and you're like, what actually just happened?
Anyway, all right, well, that was a pretty cool first hand right there. So let's see what we got here. Oh, we got Ace King under the gun for Scott.
All right. I'd like to see Scott.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's going to go with small sizing here.
I'd say about 3 to 4x right here. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. It's usually up at his standard raise, about a 3 to 4x. Yeah, 4x. He 4x did.
Definitely sized up here. I think it's one of those where he's trying to make people uncomfortable, knowing that he's playing for stacks.
But Garrett here has a wire pair of 10s.
Still up on the reader.
He hadn't looked at it. Okay.
He's like, he definitely had not looked at him yet.
Yeah, I was like, where is this guy?
He definitely hadn't looked at him yet because I think his facial expression was a genuine reaction.
Yeah, that might have given it. I can see him jamming it.
I mean,
I don't see him just. You can't just call here. To me, you can't call here.
Well, I think he knows if he jams, Scott's calling. There's no way Scott raised to 16 to fold.
Well, you gotta get the other people.
If we'll start some poker arguments. You got at least a top 6 or 7 hand here.
Yeah.
You're just gonna have to put it in the middle.
Yeah.
I think
that's good.
I think these are the hands that set you up for a win. Garrett bets on Andy's spot.
Oh, what do you do?
Looks like he just called.
He
raised the 28. Nope.
I guess that's that legal.
Scott.
But now Scott probably might shove. I bet Scott shoves here.
Yeah, I don't think Scott spent too much time with Garrett, but I don't think there's any place where he folds.
This is getting to me. It's getting, even if he puts him on a good pair like this.
Scott's not happy about it, but he knows he's got to do it.
It's heads up. It's going to be a very serious. Let's see who else covered.
I thought Scott was covered, but now that Garrett is showing 16 to call with 16 back, I mean, it looks like, trying to look at his stack here, he's got 10, 15, like 16-5 in his stack. It may be all in call, but pretty standard here.
Yeah. It's how it goes. This king gets a pair like this.
You know, one thing I'd like to say is I do like both of their aggression on this hand.
That's true.
You know, kind of both of them putting in raises, not just sitting back and seeing what happens.
Just to make sure it ended up heads up. You know, you just don't want like there go the lights.
Someone playing with our overhead lights. There we go. A little mood lighting to ease the tension.
All right. looks like Garrett's at risk. We put the all-in card on him. So, all right, see what we got. It's a hold. Oh, well.
That's a good and bad card at the same time.
Are you going to see that? No,
Oh,
we don't.
good run out for
7-10.
Garrett. Nice hand.
Yep.
Look at him. Doesn't seem phased.
Yep. Nope. That's good. It's a good way to be.
Garrett's come a long way from betting on Andy's spot to
Yeah, I know.
dragging a huge pot.
Yeah. Oh boy, that really crippled Scott there. That really crippled him. I mean, it's like,
At the table earlier, we had an interesting discussion with Garrett and had to explain to him that yes, actually, it is against the rules to hide your cards. He's like, there are no rules against that. I'm like, as a matter of fact, there are rules against you hiding your card.
well, Scott's it's like my favorite part when you go all in blind. Sometimes I do better when I don't look at the cards.
Yeah. Sometimes the biggest mistake you can make in poker is looking at the cards.
Yeah, I know.
But leave Scott on fumes.
Especially the situation, because sometimes I'll see the flop and it might give me hope.
We'll throw it out there first. Good luck, Scott.
Yep. Yeah, I like this. Alright, well, still 4,000 to call. I mean, a lot of players would have liked to play for 2,000 here.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, okay. Well, you also like to see that people aren't folded. I mean, people aren't going to come in here unless they have something.
Yeah, it's one of those where
Look
it's
at
like
this. I mean, it's
super cheap. It's interesting that
let's see.
I think Pat wanted to, the little smirk.
And he's like, yeah.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, I think he had to call it. I think he is already in there for the 2000. So it's like,
Yeah, boy.
see a painted card. He like that. It's like maybe like a Jack 5 against a 4 and a 8.
Jack 5 and 8-4.
There's a Jack in the window.
Well, that's about as safe as it
Scott's
gets.
like the agony's going to.
Well, still takes an 8.
Okay. Scott's like, well, the agony's going to continue here.
Congratulations, Scott. You're still in.
You never know, man. The next hand, everybody goes all in, the whole hand, and then there's fold, and I don't know. It's one of those things. He can... oh, the blinds just go. Oh, look at this. The blinds just went up.
The blinds went up.
And so he's got to be all in again.
I was going to say, I guess it gave him options, but little to no options.
Yep.
What are you going to do?
Well, again, it's going to be the same thing, though. It's going to, it's going to be one of those. It's going to be 8,000 a call, so it's not going to be like.
Now, the crazy thing you're saying, in this situation, I don't know if I want everyone to limp. Actually, what I think I want in this situation, I want a bunch of people to limp.
And then an all-in.
And then an all-in to isolate for me.
Yeah, and then you get a lot of dead money. Yeah, exactly. That's
you're like,
exactly what you want, but I don't think you're going to get it on these people.
Eric's not doing Scott any favors.
Look at this. Look at these. I mean, well, I don't know. Hey, look, we're right back where we started again. Well, I see a king. That looks like a king 8. I think a king 8.
Yeah, it looks like king 8.
Maybe jack 8.
You're like, you called me with that?
I see a king. Something. That's king 6.
Tell if it's a king or a jack.
Oh, it is king 8.
You're like,
well,
how am I dominated here?
Oh, but here's the 6.
No.
No.
7 of diamonds.
Oh,
Ooh.
no.
8 and 8 only.
And that's 2 pair. Hey, let's look at the Scott. Yeah. Scott, you might want to sit down now.
That's how it starts.
Well, now he's got to put half a stack in there. Oh, no, wait. He's on the blind now.
Yeah, he's on the button.
He can orbit around here now.
You might get lucky looking for Broadway card. But
Oh yeah.
if Eric keeps doing what he's doing,
Yeah.
fold around, you could
Yeah.
probably shove a lot of hands looking for
Absolutely.
two Broadway cards on the button.
Yeah. Sometimes, so those things will have to call with like a weaker hand, and you'd be a good chance of we double up here. But let's see what goes on here.
So still doing Scott favors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, these hands.
Yeah, I know.
Eric, what are you doing to me?
Oh,
There we go.
well, hey. Yeah, this is a shovel right here.
Yeah, 8K.
There's
Yeah.
8,000. You have 28. That's
There's no min raising
Did he
here.
Did he just call?
No, yeah, I heard raise.
Okay, 16.
Raise to
Okay.
16. Interesting.
I don't know.
I think this one is.
Okay.
I think Scott was just done.
Yeah. I mean, unless he starts winning, unless he really starts to get a chip stack going, I don't think he's going to show up every hand. Like if he wins this part, he's at 36,000. If he wins this part, he could be maybe a little patient.
Yeah, I think we could have.
But he could have waited. You're right. He could have waited, but
I think you just
Nobody's
wait for a
looking
spot where you're the first person to put
Yeah.
chips in.
yeah, not looking good here.
Andy is aggressive, but he's not that aggressive.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, I might have waited too, but again, he might have just been in that.
You're in the mode of like you've either got to get chips back again,
right, or
just be done.
but hey, nice hand, Andy.
It's a nice double up, but Scott was on fumes.
Yeah, no.
I mean, anything at this level is great pickups. That essentially Scott gave him 12K for
Yeah.
16,
Yeah.
16K for free.
Yeah.
I know he had 8K for free. Sorry,
Yeah, exactly.
but it's it was essentially like having a limper behind.
He had 16. He had 16 right there. He had 16,000. Gave him 16,000 right there. And that's why, he's up to 4,800 now. So, went from 28 to 48 on that hand.
Double up plus some.
Yeah. Instead of just taking the blind, so you got an extra 16,000 right there. Yeah.
Let's see. That's kind of upper middle stack.
Okay,
20K. This is another one of those raises where I think he's just letting the table know he means business.
Yep. But he's going to go there. He's going to win. And again, the short stack of the suited ace. That's what got me. I had ace 5 of diamonds. I feel your pain, Mason, but see what happens here.
I like going with this hand. That a lot of people sit around and just wait and wait and wait.
Right.
I think Mason basically had most of his.
Yeah.
I think he had most of his chips in there.
Yeah, exactly. As being a big fleet 8, I don't know exactly what his count.
This spot is bigger than I
It was
expected.
he only probably had like 3 blinds, so a suited ace, yeah, I could definitely see it. See, we got some, I see 1 diamond. Oh, that's not a good one. We need some more diamonds. We need a queen.
Queen for a chop.
top? Oh,
no.
That's it. No dice. Nice hand, Patrick. And got another elimination. I think now we're down to 6.
Yeah, got to be getting close. For those of you that haven't played with us before or new to the stream, that we play here at Firefly on every Tuesday night. Game Theory gives away a $200 prize for first place. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
Firefly gives away a $200 prize.
Yeah.
Game Theory and RF Poker provide the fun and equipment.
They do a very good job of that. Very good job. The next hand, it looks like we'll have a dead small blind, so Gary Big by himself here.
Now it's like interesting that Rachel must be letting them have a little bit of fun with extra. Well, not say extra chips, normally at 4 and 8 we have the
Right.
yellows off the table.
I know,
But you know, I personally prefer 3 colors on the table. I think it allows for dynamic betting. It lets you have some interesting bet sizes.
good point. Okay, we're just going to call wheel at the 8, and we're going to have heads up to the flop here. Oh, that's
This
good
one,
one for Rich.
it's good for Rich, but it's gonna be
Yeah.
Rich wasting no time.
Yeah.
It's tricky because I doubt that Garrett has
I know,
any big face
yeah.
cards there.
I know.
I might have liked to seen a check out of Rich to try to induce something.
I know, but some
but-
people that all they know is all in. It's like that's the only bet they know at this stage.
But I will say something that look, here comes Rachel now taking yellow chips
Yo.
off. But one thing even I've been trying to work on lately is not slow playing so much. I don't necessarily think I would have gone all in there, but it is taking things when you
Well,
probably have the
almost
best hand and start building the pot.
Exactly. You know, it's almost like you want to dangle the carrot a little bit, but you just don't want them to really catch much. But I know what you mean. You know.
But blind on blind is tough. You know,
Yeah,
I wouldn't have expected. Actually, I wouldn't even have expected Rich to have. Going to sound funny to some people. A hand even as good as Jack 10 there. So he was probably.
Well, no, actually, Rich limped in with Jack 10. He wasn't in a blind actually, because
Oh.
he was big blind by himself. But he limped in with Jack 10, so
So all right, that makes more sense.
yeah. So he may. I mean, and I think just it's already assumed. Okay, he has like a, he's in there with a.
All right, we're gonna change for 0.2 of a second. I'm gonna put this out there. Garrett has a pretty suave little icon for himself. Let's see if it pops up here. That's like his modeling headshot or something. And
Oh, look at this. Off the straight. Off the bottom end of the straight here. See, I like this bet. I like this bet right here.
but, yeah, start building it. You do have to worry about.
Yeah, good laydown. Good laydown.
You do have to worry about clubs.
Clubs and a higher straight.
Yeah, and even
And
there.
his hand's not going to improve to me.
No, not it. In fact, I don't think there's any way for his hand to actually get any better.
That's what's going to stay at it. And you just never know. And like I said, he did have a higher draw.
So that was a nice bet there. That if let's say Andy had a queen that he might have come along.
Yeah. If that king was a queen, he might, because he would have been open ended instead of a gut shot there. But still, you make a min bet, you might,
But yeah, betting there, especially like you had pointed out, Gene, that your hand can't get any better, and essentially you have, we'll call it in that situation the nuts, even though it's the third nuts.
And
But
then what I do if he makes a call, I'll still think I'm good. And if I see a brick on the turn, that's when I pound it. That's when I say, okay.
yeah. And see what's nice there is I think if it bricks on the turn, you've also built up the pot where that jam doesn't seem crazy.
Exactly. Dang.
King 7, I expect this to go in the mug.
I think so. So I know he's a chip leader. He could make something on the button here, but I don't know. You still, well.
But I will say this: I like the aggression.
Me too. He didn't limp in. He made it. Yeah, he's going to find. It's probably going to get through here. Unless Patrick wants to get a little weird with the 7D suited. Wait, I think he may have.
Yeah.
I think he may have.
Now this one will be interesting because a lot of the current poker theory is like when you do get might be cutting out a raise here. I think maybe he might have saw some weakness to Garrett, or he's just having fun. We'll air quote this one, just having fun.
Yeah. Let's put the raise upwards.
Nice play, Pat.
Oh, that is awesome. That is.
So that's one where I would like Pat to just look up at his camera and give us a little wink.
Yeah, I know.
Nice play, Pat.
Very nice.
Picking up. Pat must have picked up on something.
Something exactly. I don't know, but that is well done. That's what you do though. You either fold or raise. You do.
Now I'll say now the crazy situation there is if Garrett had played back, I don't think there's any chance that
Well,
any
I don't
chance
think,
that
I don't think it would have gone any further if he punches back.
but it's one of those where it's like you're almost stuck, and I think
I think he made just the raise just enough where he could get away from it. You know what I'm saying? Like
For sure.
he made the raise. Okay, if he shoves here, okay, I now know he has a really good hand.
Now I'll say this: I don't think Pat was necessarily knew he was dominating that situation.
Yeah.
How much would your heart sink if you get it all in and you're like, well, just kidding, and somebody flips over King 7 here.
Yeah, exactly. That is true too. You do make the call exactly, but
Tens are the
he wakes up with the big hand here with tens. Look at this.
Tens are the hand of the final table.
Yeah, I guess so. A couple of weeks ago it was for nines that I kept seeing, but now we moved up to tens.
Jake's going all in dark here. Mathematically justified.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, oh yeah, he's pushed into this. And hey, he hits a queen. He's looking good. He hits a queen.
If there's any hope, it's always nice to have at least a live card.
Yeah. I agree. Hey, I hit one of these 3 queens here. I'm looking good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he can't have spades. So he's suited at spades. Yeah. Yeah, let's see if these tens hold up for Patrick here. He'll take a very good commanding late chip lead if this holds through here.
I think Pat's won at least once on Tuesday. He
has. Ironically enough, he won it right before Dan went off to Vegas.
We're going to use the RF Poker app, and I'm going to try
to... but he just turned the nuts right there. He just turned the nuts right there. He might get... I think he takes it all. Oh, that's a huge pot for a hand right there. Won't say that. That is a huge pot. So... Now he's up with it. That puts him off the chip leaders here. We are now down to 5 players. This is, Andy's a little, maybe, but a double up by Andy, who is a very, I'd say, he's a very good player. He's been at many fun. I've broadcast a lot of his final tables lately. He's been a regular here, and he's been really good.
It's almost scary how close these chip stacks are.
I know. That is, because usually by now you think you had someone who's like separated a little bit. Okay, I seen someone with 500, but yet I just don't Rachel take all the yellow chips off. So am I like?
I think probably what happened was.
And Rich,
looking back to the Game Theory app, looks like Pat actually won Game 5 and Game 6.
Yeah, okay.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, let me restart that. Just Game 5. For those of you that aren't familiar with Game Theory and RF Poker, there's an app which helps us track all of our hands and gives us advice on play.
Yeah.
And just looking back through the past winners, looks like Pat did win Game 5. There's me. Game 1.
Hey,
But
I do remember Patrick, he won it, and like I said, Dan was doing the broadcast, and it was right before he left for Vegas. So
there's another, just in case you've been living under a poker rock. Dan Wyman, who has actually played with Game Theory, and works on the software for RF Poker. Just won the WSOP main event.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, we were talking about it's like, playing, we'll give APC a shout out, giving Atlanta Poker Club. There's a couple of guys that play Atlanta Poker Club that have Super Bowl rings but it's kind of crazy to be like, you know, these guys are not older, but it's like, they're past their football playing days,
Yep.
and this is crazy that this is somebody that sat down and literally like 2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, sat down and had dinner with us and just chit chatting,
Yep.
and
Oh,
now he's got a cool
Now-
12.1
I know,
minus
man.
taxes.
And I was even thinking, even if he had finished in the third place and get that $4 million, I would have been happy with that.
But yeah, it's crazy just thinking. I will say this:
Oh, I like this race here, by the way.
couldn't have happened to a more down to earth, nice
Oh,
guy.
absolutely. So, man, congratulations, man. Made us proud.
Yeah.
You really made us proud. No, nice play, Rich. Pick up those blinds.
Pick
man.
up-
Pick
yeah.
up some nice blinds there.
That's one where, with blinds being so high, Rich took the opportunity to take chips that were basically gifted to him.
Yep. And he even had a decent hand. A King 9 heads up with a decent hand like that. It's a decent heads up, man. I wouldn't say it's a.
There's an argument for a raise, especially. Well, that one would be tricky because
Yeah.
even Rich and Hanan were probably pretty close based on Rich picking that one up. Then so that one's a little tricky.
Yeah, I agree.
If you were going to come in, I would have liked to seen him raise. It is dangerous, but there's a risk reward when everyone's sitting on like 6 big blinds.
Yeah. Andy on the short stack with a weak ace. Let's see. Oh, the blinds are about to go up here too. I can see that. Next hand, he's going to be the big one up. I say he's got a. I hate this. I hate doing this. Trust me, that's not my ace 3. It's not usually a hand I like that.
If Rich looks at his cards and he knows Eric's dealing, do you trust your dealer with Eric's favorite hand?
I know, and I think he knows it. He's getting them chips out. Thing is, though, it's still about half his stack.
Half your stack.
What is he only in for 4?
I will say, in any of these final table situations, no matter if you're gambling or not, I do like to be the first person to put the chips in.
Yeah.
That if the rolls were even if the cards were even the cards were reversed, I think you take your Queen Jack and you stick it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he had Queen Jack, he might even pull the ace 3 there.
Right. And so that's one of those where great awareness from Andy based on hand, but also the blinds going up.
Yeah.
That if he did have, what did we say? He had 32,000.
Yeah, he had to do it there with the ace high. You can't.
That he'd have half his chip stack in next hand if he didn't do that. So great awareness.
That's where you wake up with the 90s. And, you gotta. So yeah, that was very well played by Andy. That's why I've been seeing him. That's what I've been seeing over the last few weeks. He's been really putting his money in good. You know, he puts his money in really good. And he took a really bad beat the last time with his kings against rocking 6s, but hey, that's part of the game. That's not going to do much there. So, all right, well, Hanan folds that suited ace. That probably wasn't as
Still a little shell shock.
yeah. Garrett plays this. It's an interesting. He does have him. Might put him to the test.
Small blind. I know it's scary, but I think you just have to put all your chips in. This is just bad luck. I do like
this move. Nice move. Yep.
That's another one where if
you're glad he did. You know what? I'm glad he didn't race there because I think Andy was putting his chips in regardless.
Either way,
and that's one of those. I don't care what he bets. These chips are going in.
Right.
You know. And,
you got half your chip stack out there. But on that same note, that's another one where Garrett basically the same thing like Hunter did. You just basically gifted somebody chips.
That's true, but
That- I know it's hard.
It wasn't like he did that with like a 9-3.
Well, I mean,
but,
even just
yeah.
limping in that.
It is tough because you want to see a flop with that queen nine. You figure you might be ahead of a lot of hands.
And most people that are playing against probably
Yeah.
let you see a flop there if they're not on the high end there. Definitely
Right,
king
right.
queen suited
Right.
the high end of cards.
Right. Oh, well, now he wakes up with the white. Hey, guess what he has?
Pocket 10. hand of the tournament.
Yep. Yeah, I'm about to say you can't do a 30 and leave yourself behind there. Put him to the test here. Let's put a fold that. Let's see if.
This one will be
38.
But see now this is where it gets tough. It's all in, but it's like 3 big blinds. So yeah, I think that's the way. I think that's the way Pat looked at it. That it's literally three bigs.
You got a chance to knock out a player. You got the Broadway cards.
You have one of his outs.
Exactly. You got one. So if a kid shows up here, he's in great shape. Very good point. I mean, if a kid shows up, he's in great shape. Could come like a Jack Queen something to get him, a lot more outs.
But not too many. We don't ever wish too many outs on anyone.
Yeah, I hear you. I agree.
Tens are at risk, but in good shape here.
Yep.
I thought we were gonna get that Queen Jack you talked about.
No. Might put it here. Oh, well, we got three.
Diamond,
No one has a diamond, so he needs a king.
And the double up.
Yep. Nice hand there.
Yeah, pocket tens are definitely the hand of the night.
Yeah. It is.
Wish I would have got pocket tens. That was a tough one for Pat.
It was. I agree. But I think you made the right play though. You got 8 in, 16 in already.
Yeah, I don't think it's one that he could let go.
Yeah.
It's just we all know that these are the kind of the hands at the end of the tournament where you're gonna have to get lucky
enough to win. Exactly. Yeah.
Hit up, Pat. You did nothing wrong.
Hey, he's still in it though. To me, he's still in. He still has chips, and he's right back in it.
Rich ace 3. All right, Rich, you got to be raising if you're coming in.
I do like that. Exactly. He did. I mean, he did raise it. Or did he just?
Oh, nope. I thought he was raising.
I thought that was a 32 bet too, but that's just a call.
Yeah, this is one where you kind of just have to go for the jugular. I think Pat's going the route of Scott. This, I think, kind of just his give up hand.
Yep.
Or we'll call it not a give up, a get back in at hand.
Yep.
That I think with this shove that I think he knows that Anand's going to go away with most of his cards.
You think he is, but he's thinking about it.
It is half his stack. But I do expect Rich to call here.
I do too. Yeah, he does. He has that intention to do that. So, but hey, it's live and seated.
live and Doyle.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, this is one where it's a nice pickup if you even if you expected to get a call. Essentially a bunch of dead money out there, so not hating on it.
Look at this he got.
Yeah. One time for me, Doyle. There's a Doyle.
Yeah.
Oh,
speaks to her every day. See, there's
nice pickup for. Like I said, if you looked at it,
he is back in it.
Essentially some dead money out there, but
he was a small ball that right?
But that is one where
I was wondering if Rich races under the gun there, does he do it?
Well, that's what I was going to say. I actually think he lays that one down if Rich had just shoved all in, trying it's not necessarily gambling, but
Right.
everyone out here's got like,
And they got that
Like-
gamble
like-
gene in there, but
but everyone out here's got 4 or 5 big blinds. If Richard had
Right.
just
yeah.
Richard just stuck his ace 3 out there,
But again, I gotta say though, in his defense, shoving with ace 3 under the gun is usually, even 5 players to me, is usually not a.
you know, it's tough, but
It's tough. It's a tough. Trust me. There are times I even like having ace jack under the gun. And I know he said worry, so it's at least 32.
but
Yeah, there we
it is
go.
interesting. And
Look at this.
Andy's still going with like min raises,
I know.
and there's no chips in play.
Yeah.
But I think it shows a lot of super strength.
yeah.
Um,
Not contend to fold. And look, Rich has the queen jack again.
it's one where it's like Eric's kicking him under the
Oh,
table.
I like this. I like this shot. Even though he's not going to like what he sees, it's going to be dominated. But
I think you have to do it.
yeah, you do. Yeah, I mean, you have 8 in there. Yeah.
Rich putting all his faith in dealer Eric's favorite hand.
Exactly. Yes. You know.
And Eric has said he will live and die by this hand. And he said, suited, don't even get him started. Are we not all in?
Okay.
No, I thought we were all in.
Me too. Well, we are now. And he's still going to need a queen.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed.
I
We could see some.
I was sure we'd gotten it all in pre-flop.
A 10 here would make things interesting. Any 10 right here would be interesting. Not. So he just needs a queen and a queen only. But
Nope.
Ace Jack's going to take it.
Big win by
I was
Andy.
with you. I thought that was an all-in coverage there, but it's pardon us.
Yeah, that was one where I was trying to be like, well, Eric's not putting the cards in the middle, which is standard
that-
protocol for an all-in. So
Yeah.
obviously, someone was paying much more attention than
He
we
just-
were. It gives. I was going to say it gives Andy a commanding lead, but Garrett has the lead.
Right. Those two are now the. But you know what? Patrick's sitting there hovering behind them. And hey, we see one hand, and he's going to jam it with like any suited ace 20 like pocket pair here. So we'll see if he picks up. I think he picks up something here to play. I still gotta know how those spots work. Someone has that pot.
Yeah.
One.
The only thing I can think of is either they didn't scan the stack,
Yeah, I know.
or somebody better check Andy's pocket.
Well, I think we got passed him out because I think then it went to Bridge. Now it's Andy.
So that's one where it's like it's being passed around just with the chip stack being on. It's hilarious. I didn't even notice it moving players.
It's odd to see some of that.
Yeah, when you be interested.
Oh,
It'll be fun when it ends up in the winner's stack. And a walk.
It's on by himself there, so I don't think he had anything invested in that hand. I didn't even really see what he had. so-
No harm, no foul.
Exactly.
There's like a mosquito fly by on the screen camera, whatever that was.
Yeah.
But we'll give another shout out to Game Theory tonight to celebrate. We'll call it celebrate Daniel's win. That they did give everyone who made final table this evening a T-shirt. You can see Pat with his stylish, we'll call it salmon.
And actually, he's wearing it.
And he's wearing his, but big shout out to them.
Yeah.
Giving love to players who come out every week and kind of great promotion.
Yeah, I like t-shirts.
I used to have a philosophy in college that there was no such thing as a bad free T-shirt,
Exactly.
even if it meant ruining your credit score by signing up for credit cards. But yeah, I always tell people, it's like I got a closet full of free T-shirts from
Yeah,
credit cards or going on trips or
yeah,
going
yeah.
different promotions. Like there is no people like, walking billboard and it was free. We lost Rich the hand before.
Oh yeah.
Or
Okay.
the
Oh
hand
no.
of the
Okay. I thought he missed a knee, but he dealt him. Okay. Okay. Never mind. I thought he missed a knee, but I guess apparently he dealt him, and he said, "Suited turns. I like this."
No, I do like your pronunciation. Hanin is a good one. No, I like
I
it.
don't know. Okay. We're good.
I think it's a reluctant call here.
But you make it, and here we go.
Five more if
Yeah.
or more than five. At first I thought we'd gone 16-32, but
Yeah. Was this 16? He had like 37.
it's like two bigs and you got
Yeah,
you
plus
got
one.
an ace.
Yeah. Like a big. But yeah,
Rachel's saddling up to the table with her purple Game Theory shirt on.
Yeah. That's a 6. Still has 2 overs. Diamond will make it interesting, but needs a queen or a 9. Nope.
6 on the river.
Yeah, well, good showing today, Hanin. Hope you enjoyed yourself tonight.
Yeah, nice guy.
Yeah.
Solid play from what I saw.
Yeah. That's close.
And we're down to 3.
Top 3. And look at this. That's what I like. It's
All kind of packed together.
I can't. Yeah.
That, now it's like I want to see somebody kind of take the lead here.
Yep, exactly. See, this was like this on Saturday. When I did this, it was very tight, and Blake I think, was picked up on them playing past him, and Blake just picked up on that, and he was so aggressive with his last 3, and
Right.
he was able to win. He was able to pick up a lot of pots that he was trailing, and almost like tilting Rocky almost to me. That's what.
Well, once Rocky's pair of 6s won, Rocky should have just known he was on borrowed time.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing. I love Rocky, but sometimes he just wears his emotion too much on his sleeve a lot of times.
Well, he won with the 6s. He even won with like the ace jack or the
I
one
know.
hand.
I saw that. Where like it was like 10s and 9s, ace queen, and ace. I think he had the worst hand going in, but the best hand coming out. But that's how it goes. But that's the thing. But Blake was able to keep pounding that pot with them and both of them, and they just kept. And then all of a sudden, he has to lead it and was able to take advantage of it. Well, so that was going on here. We have an ace queen by Patrick, and he raised it up to 38,000. Oh, no, he re-raised. I don't think it's going to get through, though.
No, I definitely expect Pat to put all his chips in the middle here.
Yeah, this is going to end up. So I also think he kind of committed himself to this. Because he was 6.
Is that the flat call? I thought that he re-raised. Maybe it's just the way he had bet. But sometimes these sensors can get sensitive. What's up, Patty has a tell. He kind of had a little wince there on his face.
Yeah. He's going to slow play it too. I think they both checked. They both checked.
Look at him, he's so happy.
Yeah.
Look at his face.
Yeah.
He's grinning. It's like
He is
wearing 2 pair on his face.
Boy, I want to see a 10 of clubs. King of clubs, King of clubs, 10 of clubs.
Garrett has gone all in.
Oh, okay. I really thought he said check. Okay, I thought he
just had a little eyebrow raise.
Looks like he made the call.
Yeah, I think he couldn't. It's easy when we can see the cards and the facial expressions that. Ooh, there's a good one.
Like I said if that was a 10 of clubs, that
Oh.
would have been that'd have been Eric at his finest.
I will say picking up on reads is much easier when you see the cards and their
Yeah.
faces.
Yeah.
Garrett was almost too
I
smart
know,
for that one.
that's what I was thinking too, but like I said, he might have committed himself to that hand right there, so yeah, that's what a really crippled Patrick here. That's really crippled.
I'll say that based on the chip stacks, I think you're going to cripple Pat, and that may put Garrett up to almost at a 2-1 chip lead on everyone.
Exactly, on Andy.
That if
So,
Pat's still in, he's got an
that's a
insignificant
huge-
amount of chips. Never insignificant, but
Yeah.
you've got one big. And the button, though.
Right.
That one big and the button. What more can you ask for? Besides, hell, I'll go for ace-7 suited here on the button.
Okay.
Not greedy.
Well, hell,
Not greedy.
Well, hell, give him the queen jack. I mean, come on. you gotta-
Well, that's just not fair.
Watch him get the hand of the night pocket tens. And he gets pocket four.
Oh, there you go. Like,
Yeah.
not happy.
Oh, that even sucks even more.
I don't want to say it's destiny, but 6 and 4 is 10.
Yep.
Now if Andy has pocket 10s,
That
it's
would
even
have
better.
been hilarious,
But
but he has to call. I mean, if he only just called, he has to call here. One.
it looks like Garrett flat called with the
Yes.
sixes.
Yeah. That's all you need is one. That's all you need. One little blue chip.
It's like, now there's no influencing action, but
Hey,
I would have gone back in time 15 minutes and walked in there and put the chip in for
I
it.
know. Well, let's see what we got.
I think this is one of those ones there's no raise in
Right,
the skull. I actually
right.
think Pat probably feels good here.
He does. But oh, that helps Andy though. That really helps Andy there. Yeah, that really helps Andy there.
ends up with 8-5.
He ends up with 2 pairs.
Now, I will say this is a place where since Pat was so low, you could have made an argument to just isolate with the 6s and you'd have won this pot.
Right. You just don't know. You don't know what's going to win. Yeah.
2 players against 1.
I still like that you can double team. You want to knock players out with your hand.
Yeah.
And sometimes when someone does that with like a pair of 6s, it still leads them with some, because he didn't really know if he had 4s there. He's probably thinking he has like an ace or something
For sure.
like that.
At worst, 2 overs.
Yep. So, and he didn't lose much on it, man. Like I said, he only lost. I mean, I don't think he called that there, so it's not like he. So now we got heads up, and look at this. It's just
Almost even again.
yep.
Well, both of these guys sitting on 10 big, which is huge
Exactly.
for our kind of turbo tournaments here.
I know. So you must play. You must.
Or you might see Jack 8 versus King Jack get it all in for $12.1 million.
There you go. That's how the skate goes sometimes. We'll see.
Maybe both of them will flop 2 pair
Yeah.
or flop top pair. And
Well, a top pair and a flush. When someone has a flush on, someone has like a top pair. What I love about this game, you just never know. Each hand is different. Each hand takes on it's different.
Eric with a little chip management.
Yeah. And we still got that. We still got
It's time to check Andy's pocket.
I know. Oh, your Queen Deuce Mafia. What we
See, it's the Queen Deuce Mafia.
There we go.
Shout out to Travis Hart and Getty Lee. Be nice to him. The original APC Rat Pack. Yeah, this was nicely known as the Monster.
Well, let's see how it works out. It is ahead right now. It's ahead. And I think he needs some outs here. That oh, okay. See, now this is what I'm talking about. You got. Oh, and Garrett should bet here.
Yeah, I think in this one you have to take the lead because if you check, Andy's a very aggressive player.
Yeah, he is.
So,
but he just checks.
No, I'll say.
Oh, they go check. Okay, well, check. Okay, now he hit his 8.
Pulling a Joel. Look at your cards. Look at the clock.
Yeah.
Look at your cards.
Yeah.
I like this bet that you start building a pot with. If Simpson went check, you almost definitely have the best hand here.
Yeah, you know you're good. You know he doesn't have a check.
You go blind, every hand heads up. Buttons will always be the small blind. First half pre-flop, last half post-flop. 32,000.
Eric, good words of wisdom.
Yep, that's what he gives. Look at that. And then he shuffles and cuts, and that's what's up.
Yeah. I will say that these are the two hardest places to deal on the table.
I know.
Eric and the chicken wing. both these guys on the 1 and 2 seat.
Yep.
Limp with the 6-4.
Oh, no, you got to. Yeah, it's just got to be a good raise here.
Raise is 64,000.
Just a mid raise, but
still
expensive.
I'm gonna rib Andy a little bit. That most of the time Andy has all of his chips stacked up in big blinds.
Yeah.
I think once we start throwing in these 25K chips, throws that out the door. But nice raise, nice pickup. The funny thing is,
hey guys, can you do a chip count check?
I know sometimes you're at the table, you get so tunnel visioned. I don't even think we're probably the only ones that know the 500 still in play.
I was noticing because it went from one stack to another.
Anytime there's an all-in, it passes around. You have to tell Mana to rescan all of these chips.
Yeah,
we got a Ghost 500 out there.
Yeah.
And in case you guys didn't know, heads up, everyone will be in a blind.
Yep. At 10, that's a great heads up, man.
I guess Garrett has gone to the bathroom, or is protesting the 500 in Andy's stack.
Oh, see, nice. No, that's good etiquette right there. He could have made a raise. He could have.
64.
As much as I like Jack 10 heads up, I might like Kings
a little better.
I do like him pulling the Joel again. Look at your cards. Look at the TV. Look at your cards.
What am I going to do here?
Now, I'll say from a play perspective, you have to ask yourselves, because you are heads up.
Yeah.
Is Andy married to this hand? You can probably get away with a flat call here. If this is a flat call, I do like this because your goal with big pairs is just to get heads up. So you want to give Andy some room to get away.
More times than not, you're going to still be ahead after the flop. Oh, and you know what? Let me just but.
That's why we have 5 cards.
Yep, exactly. Well, let's set off the fireworks.
I'm trying to pick up a tell on Andy. Andy's really staying stoic.
Yeah.
He's got a little twitch.
He
checks.
They're
both trapping each other.
No.
There's all in.
Well, might be up 10 ounces.
But hey, it's not over yet though. At 9 king queen of deuce. Nope.
That's so gross. I will say, I think regardless. I will say, regardless, I do think they were probably both getting it in pre-flop.
It was going in somehow, some way. That was going in pre-flop.
That even if Garrett had re-raised there, I think
It
Andy
was.
going with that hand,
Like I said, 10 Jack is a great heads-up hand.
But
It really is.
being this
I'm
shallow,
not a big fan of it. Like when there's like 8 other people at the table, but heads up, I really, that's what I really like. The 10 Jacks and
but I know it hurts in the
And-
moment, but
yeah.
I actually do like the flat call there.
I do too. And like I said, you with the big, and they're not exactly putting you on those kings right there, so. It's
So gross. I will put this in an oxymoronic sense. That hurts my soul and makes me smile at the same time.
Yeah, I know. Well, nice hand, Andy. Game's easy when you flop the nuts sometimes. Oh. Oof. Oof. Well, hey. I've seen stranger things happen.
He's like, look at Rachel. She's still shell shocked.
See, I messed up. I was gonna go all in instead of my college.
Don't second guess yourself. You did great.
Yeah.
Don't be result oriented. I actually do really like the flat call there.
Me too.
Um,
Like I said, heads up. When you heads up and you have that, someone did that. You expect continuation bet. You think your kings are still going to be good there, but not that time.
Yeah, that's tough. We actually had a guy, I think it was Saturday, flopped a straight
Yeah.
in two back-to-back hands, but actually
Yeah,
lost the first
it happened
hand.
to Courtney the other day. I saw Courtney. It was, and I think it was. I forgot the pair, but she flopped the straight. Yeah, well, someone had king. She had king queen. She flopped the straight, and then it went running jacks for her boat. Well, the boat with the kings, and that was
And then I was
that's kind of
well,
disgusting.
then I was telling people a story from the Turtles Venue Championship where Doug Masters and Karen Brooks had got it in a back and forth battle, and Doug had flopped the nuts with Queen Jack.
Yeah.
Shout out Eric.
Yeah,
And then
it's
Karen
just-
went run her boat with her
I mean, it's
aces.
just crazy hands. That's how it turns out. That's what this game's about. Yeah, here we go, though. No,
King 6, King 3.
yeah, that's what it is.
Going all in.
Hey, at least he's ahead. Slightly.
Hasn't dominated.
Oh no.
No, Jack 6.
Okay.
Oh. Whoops.
Whoops. Yeah, we're trying to.
We have to get
Well.
Monty to put in some high def telescopic
straight
lenses for us.
Yeah,
neither one.
that King High is going to win, and that's going to. Well played, Andy. Very good game.
Great game, Garrett.
Yep, absolutely. Got us here.
Eliminated.
Eliminated.
Yep.
All right. That was a long evening here at Firefly.
Yep.
What time did I say we cross 12:15?